Hey guys, it's Luke here from the Warhawk Fitness Center Public Relations team. I'm here to talk to you guys today about something that's kind of hitting home for me because it's something that just happened to me recently, and that is cheat days or cheat meals. Now it's the beginning of September and school is starting up again. I just moved back into my dorm, and before school I went on a 14-day mini cut just to shred some body fat. I did really well, but then I gave myself a cheat day. Well, what started off as a cheat meal, but then turned into a cheat day, which then turned into 2 days and ended up being 4 days of me eating completely unhealthy and basically ruining my cut. So I don't want that happening to any of you guys out there. So I'm here to help you guys out, to give you some tips and tricks on how you can still incorporate some cheat meals or days into your diet without completely blowing all of your progress out the window. Number one rule I have for cheat meals are that you have to keep your goals in mind. Even though you're taking a day or one meal, whatever it might be, even a full weekend away from your regularly scheduled healthy diet, you still need to keep your goals in mind. So you need to be able to even taper your cheat meals into what would be acceptable for your goals. For me, if my goal this year was to put on a certain number of weight, then for a cheat meal, I would know that I'm gonna wanna take in a lot of extra carbs is what I can do for a cheat meal, instead of maybe a lot of sugars, which would then deplete my metabolism and take that away from me. So depending on what your goals are in your fitness life, you have to taper even your cheat meals and your cheat days to what those would be. Rule number two I have, really, a cheat meal isn't necessary every week. I think that you should make a cheat meal every 2 weeks. I don't think it's necessary to have a cheat meal every week because, again, unless you're someone that's in the gym every single day, a cheat meal or a cheat day once a week can really throw off all the progress that you just made within that week. Also, every 2 weeks, you're still getting desserts and those treats that you don't have all the time. It's every 2 weeks, it's not once a month, so it's not like you're never having them. Every 2 weeks is still a decent amount, as well as it'll help you to develop less of an attraction to that unhealthy item. Like for me, it was ice cream. I would have ice cream every single night back when I was in high school after dinner. And now it's to the point where I don't have it very often. I would only have it once every 2 weeks. Then it got to once a month I'd have it, and now when I have it, I really can't have that much more than a small bowl. So making those cheat meals or desserts or whatever every 2 weeks will actually help you get away from needing and leaning on those cheat meals to then also keeping your goals clear and in sight. Rule number three, and this kind of goes with number two as far as if you are not okay, and I mean not okay at all, with having a cheat meal every 2 weeks and it needs to be once a week, I hear ya. I'm not gonna yell at you. In fact, I'd say about 80% of people out there who have strict diets will have a cheat meal every week instead of every 2 weeks. Personally, I think the every 2 weeks rule will work great. There's a lot of people that don't want to listen to that and they want to have a cheat meal every week. I hear ya. Life is short. Go out and enjoy it for sure. But my suggestion is that if you're gonna have a cheat meal every week, don't make it a weekend. Try to avoid having your cheat meals be Fridays, Saturdays, and even Sundays. On the weekends, it's much easier to eat dirty. And there's less temptations, I would say, than there are on the weekends when you're going out with friends, maybe you go out for dinner. Things are cheaper on the weekends per se. So it's just things like that. And I would say if you have to have a cheat meal every week, make it a weekday instead of a weekend. My last rule for cheat meals and cheat days is to keep in your mind how you're going to progress on from this and how you're going to move forward from your cheat day or cheat meal. A lot of people might have the one cheat day and then the next day they go right back into the gym and they try to do exactly what they did a few days beforehand and fail. I know for me, if I have an unhealthy day full of unhealthy meals the day before, the next day when I go into the gym, you're gonna feel sluggish. And you're gonna have to taper your exercises differently to how you normally do them once you have an exercise day after a cheat meal. So typically I would say the exercise day after a cheat meal, if it's directly after, that doesn't give your body a lot of time to recover with other healthy meals. So if that's the case for you, then what I would say, do a lot more cardio than you're used to. Keep yourself very hydrated because your body's going to start craving water if you have extra sugars and carbs that your body isn't used to in there. If you're doing weight training, you're gonna wanna do only about 20, 25 to maybe 50, 55, 60% of what you're used to doing in the gym. If you try to bench press, or if you try to leg press, something that you're used to doing on 5 straight days of healthy eating on a full stomach, then you're probably gonna crash and burn. Now, it's not your fault. That doesn't mean that you lost that strength. It just means that you don't have the proper gas in the tank to get your car from point A to point B. I did not plan that analogy, and I think that worked out pretty good. Alright guys, so those are the tips that I have to help you make your cheat days, your cheat meals, a little bit more accessible in your life, and allowing you to take them and use them actually to your advantage. Because like I said earlier in the video, life is short, and you should go out and enjoy it. But don't completely throw your health out the window. Just keep these tips in mind, and you should be perfectly fine taking those cheat meals and cheat days when you can. That is all for now. Thank you so much everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below on how you might attack your cheat days or cheat meals differently. Share with everybody some tips and tricks that you might have that were not shared in this video. And please subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. And as always everybody, be proud but never satisfied. Catch you later.